Hi, I just wanted to walk you through the process of signing up for Donors Choose if you haven't already done so. It's a really great opportunity for us to share some books together that we might not be able to afford this year on campus that I think our students really deserve to read. So the website is donorschoose.org. When you go there, you can click I am a teacher and that you can set up an account. I clearly already have one, but I'm going to walk you through setting one up today. So if you go to this page, you're going to go ahead and push get started. Just so you know, you're going to choose items that you want. People will donate to them, and once they get funded, they mail them to our school. I have to say that most of the things that get funded on My Donors Choose are not funded by family members or even people I know. The majority is funded by Donors Choose itself or people from across the country that are just excited to donate. So if you push get started, what you're going to need is to agree, find Locke High School, make sure that it's the right address, and I can share with you which one we use. You're also going to need a picture of yourself. It doesn't say it here, but you will need a picture. So set up a teacher account. You need to be a full-time educator. All of us qualify as full-time educators. So you click yes. Do you work most of the time with students? Yes, all of us qualify for this. You're not a principal, administrator, substitute, volunteer, or student teacher. All of us qualify. They just want to make sure that no one's taking advantage. You have to promise that you will commit to using things that students will actually use. Don't sign up for a guitar for yourself, anything like that. Awesome. And then we get started. Not a big deal. There is fine print here. I really recommend reading it. I had a chance to go through it myself. You do have to send thank you letters for anything you receive. And if you have questions, they're really helpful about getting back to you. Um, they really, really, really want to make sure that it's used equitably by all teachers because it's such an amazing program and people should not take advantage of it. Okay? And so everything that you get is yours to use. Okay. We're going to go through state list and then we're going to go through cities. So let's start with California. We're going to go to Los Angeles, of course. Los Angeles. And this will narrow it down a ton. There are 600 schools. Used to build Animal Lock High School, and now we're Elaine Leroy Lock High School. So let's check Animal first. But we know that it might be under Elaine. There's Animal Charter Prep. Animal Lock, College Preparatory A. So we're at College Preparatory A. There is a B and a C as well. If you're at B, you would push B. And then there are different variations of school names, but we're lucky we're all right there, the correct address. Yes, the shipping address is correct. Awesome town. You're going to enter your teaching details. All of these are correct the last time we checked. And everything goes to our main office at the Welcome Center, so the shipping is usually not even a problem. When you enter your teaching details, it's going to ask you which grades you teach. For me, it would be 10, 11. If you have any special notes, if you're an ESL teacher or if you want to include AP, I'm sure it's not a problem. If you're TFA or any of that, definitely include that. A sonic teacher, we don't really have sonics in Los Angeles. You can choose to be a sonic teacher, but I don't really know anybody that eats food as sonic, so that's up to you. Oh, just kidding. Let's do 10. This is your name that'll actually go on the website. Now they have this cool thing log in with Amazon or Facebook. We never had that before back in my day. Make sure you include a cell phone number and your email. This part is pretty simple. I'm not going to actually walk you through this part because you actually need to be a real teacher, but then it just basically has you upload. I'm going to take you to my account next to show you what to do once you actually get an account on Donors Choose. Okay, so when I log in, I use my Animal Gmail, Animal email, log in there. And I have some projects. I also have funded projects, and I need to upload some documents. It shows my live projects and how much money is left to go on each one. And it actually archives all of my previous projects, which is nice if I ever want to go back. Some that have been funded, some that weren't eligible for funding, some that I didn't finish. Okay. And so at the top, you get 3 points to create a project. And it'll break down the points in just a moment. As you turn in thank you letters, you get more points, which is really cool. So if we create a project, you're going to go ahead and get started. And we're going to be taking books this time. The best deal, the best bang for your buck if you have 3 points is a 1 point project. Because from that, you would get 3 points for the thank you letters you turn in. So you'd end up with 12 points at the end. But for example, if you order $2,000 worth, which you couldn't do because you just started, a 2 point project, you still kind of get a couple points back, but not as many. Anyway, 1 point is usually the best deal. They are right. Projects under $800 have the best chance of funding. I've had the most success with smaller projects. It's completely up to you. To start, a 1 point project is usually a good practice. Save and create title. I'm going to say Joylet Club for our joyful students. Okay, not the best title. I can always go back and fix it. And then I like to order from AKJ Books. Amazon's also an option. Sometimes I price match to see, but usually we get a great deal from AKJ. Let's see if they have the Joy Luck Club. They do. Awesome Town. It looks like there's a bunch of ebooks. There's a novel series. There's an activity pack. There's an ebook, an ebook, an ebook, an ebook, and ebook. Oh my goodness, 300. Let's see what they have. Ideally, I would try to figure out which title I already have. And so this is the one I already have on my campus. If they're $11 each and I have $400 to spend, I can get about 38 of them, maybe a couple less. Let's try 35. I know. Okay, $408. So I'm gonna try probably it looks like 34 to get it under $400. Everything up to exactly $400 is still 1 point. Let's refresh that. Um, Everything just below $400. No, is worth 1 point, and that's really smart to do. And so each teacher could order 34 Joy Luck Clubs. They would have a class set in their classroom, and it would be 1 point. That's a pretty good deal. And it is a Common Core exemplar. I'm so excited for my students. Cool. And so that's $397, still 1 point. Okay, and so from here, I continue shopping or summarize cart. I spent my $400 with the donations that they add on to support donors choose. It turns into a little bit more. I'm going to save and summarize cart. I'm going to walk you through what you need to type, and then you'll be set to go for your first project. So they need 34 copies of Amy Tan's classic, The Joy Luck Club. To be prepared for college, leadership, and life. Awesome town. Save and tell my story. There's a couple boxes. They walk you through what to type, and you can look at other people's to get an example as well. If you just want to stop there, you can save the draft. But ultimately, just definitely submit. It's worth it. It goes really quickly, especially the first time. They double the funding always. And it can be really rewarding for you and your students, especially since times are a little tough and budgets are tight. Um, your students definitely could use access to books. Mine always do. And so if you decide you want any help, go ahead and let me know. You can also take a look at my teacher page. There's lots and lots and lots. It's donorschoose.org, not my public page, /Hicks English. And it has everybody that supported me, my project requests, but also my completed projects. So again, it's donorschoose.org /Hicks English. Okay, I hope you have a great day. Let me know if you have any questions.